Hello, hello, hello. Don't worry, I'm not a policeman. I,
The worst joke. Can you tell he hasn't he
oh
hasn't done this
no,
intro beforehand?
oh, we've ruined it
Roll with it.
already.
Roll with
Anyway,
it.
I'm not the policeman. You're listening to Send Him Off podcast. My name is Sam. Joining me, as always, is my
Oh
ever-present
dear, dear.
podcasting partner, Alex. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what can you say there? What can you say? Welcome back, everyone. It's Matt. Are we releasing this the second day? Are we?
Yes, day 2. This is
Yesterday we had Man City. Today Liverpool.
Liverpool. Could well be the
Arguably,
top 2.
I was going to say two of the biggest clubs in the country at the moment, so it's only fitting these two come first. And joining us today, Jacob. You've been on before. Say hello.
Hello.
Good job.
That was
Cracker.
that was beautifully done, mate.
Does what it says on the tin. Hello. And his cousin, Sam. Sam, go on, introduce yourself. Sam Jones.
All right.
Lovely.
Excellent.
Again,
There we go.
done. Lovely. As you can tell, we've chosen the two chattiest Liverpool
Yeah.
fans in South Wales. Joining us today for the Liverpool season preview. Where to start? I think quite ironic for a season preview, but I think we should start with last season. Personally, as somebody, as like a neutral, I think it was like a really, really big achievement to finish third last year with all your injury difficulties, all your the home. Yeah, I honestly think it was a real achievement. And people talk about the 6 games lost at home, and there was no fans. Fans are back this year, so I think Liverpool could really be back in contention. Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, it was definitely a mixed bag of a season, but like you said, towards the end, it was really impressive. I saw a screenshot on Twitter the other day, and I think we were 8th or something like that. We were below West Ham, Everton, with only about 7 or 8 games to go. So I certainly didn't see it coming with the way they were playing. And
I don't think anyone did. I certainly didn't. I didn't think third was on the cards. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I remember thinking, there's no way, I can't see them getting to top 4. But to be fair,
Yeah, but I think the one positive that may have is it might almost rekindle that underdog spirit Liverpool had in 17-18 in that Kiev run and that Klopp had at Dortmund. I think he prefers being the underdog. So like you say, when the fans are back and we get Van Dijk and Gomez back, I think we could really go on a good run, especially with that Konate at the back. I think we'll probably see a lot of 1-0s, 2-1s, those kind of games.
It's interesting you should mention Konate, actually. Jacob, where do you sort of see him fitting in? Because you mentioned Van Dijk's coming back, Gomez is coming back. You've obviously got Matip. I think Konate's probably a step up.
Yeah, we still got a lot of centre halves to the club, don't we? I think we still got Nat Phillips there. We got
Ben Davies is on his way
we still
out.
got Ben Davies there. Yeah. Well, I think the first game of the season, I think will be Matip and Konate. First game, because I think Gomez and Van Dijk being out for so long, I think it's going to take them a while to get them back into the swing of it. And they have been training pre-season so far, but they haven't played any games so far, so they're not match fit yet. I haven't really seen a lot of Konate, to be honest. Only like different clips and stuff. So it's hard to kind of really judge him, to be honest.
I watched him a couple of times in the Champions League last year.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed.
Yeah. He does. He does look good.
Depending on how well he slots in as well. Depending on how well he plays and slots in, 36 million. I mean, we mentioned it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be yesterday in the Man City one we did.
Yeah.
Varane,
I was going to say the same. Yeah, Varane for 40 and even 50 million. I keep talking about Harry Maguire. 80 million pound you're paying for a centre. So Konate's looking pretty good at, what was it, 36 you said?
Yeah, and he's still only 22 as well.
Yeah.
So it remains to be seen, but I think that's still, it's I feel, horrible even saying 36 million pound is a steal for a 22-year-old, but it is, in this day and age, it is. You know what I mean?
I think the defense is going to be where everybody's looking at Liverpool this year, because I think the defense.
Nobody's got any worries about Liverpool going forward.
No,
I think that's fair. Sorry, I totally interrupted you there, but
I'm not sure about that one, to be honest.
Oh.
Mane and Firmino, especially Firmino this season, have been worrying me.
Firmino.
Come
Yeah,
He's just had a
he's
blip.
he's
surely.
not been as on like in that last stretch. He did play much better. And I do think that those two players, especially, get a lot of buzz off the crowd. But I think Salah was really the only one whose level didn't drop at all from that title-winning season.
When Sam said that, I was expecting that Scouse bloke. Sadio Mane is the best footballer. What are you laughing for? What are you
I saw
laughing
him
for?
in the pub once.
Serious? Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was he
I'll
like-
raise you.
Did
I
you-
saw the Wellstone Raider in a pub once. I'll raise you that.
Oh,
I
I think
remember
you
you
got me
telling me
there.
about that. I remember you
Yeah.
telling me about that.
Anyone else seen any minor football celebrities in a pub?
No.
My aim is to see the bootlegger.
Yes.
Just want to meet him one day.
We'll have to go to Wrexham for a
We'll
pint.
have to go to Wrexham.
I lie. I have seen Van der Horn in the fiction toilets before.
There we are.
I wonder what he was up to in there.
Mike
Anyway,
how on earth has Mike Van der Horn snuck his way into a Liverpool Premier League season preview? I honestly would not gather anywhere other than send him off. I think you
amazing.
could safely say that. I'm sort of asking everybody who we chat to for the previews their player to watch this season. I've got mine down as, and you might call me mad, but I've got Thiago because I just got a feeling.
That's a
I've
good
got a
shout.
feeling that he's bedding himself in. He's sussed it out for a season. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's a waste of money or whatever." I feel like there's a special season coming. I just do.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, we definitely saw his quality in the actual good stretch of games we had towards the end of the season. He was playing really well. But the thing is with Liverpool, I mean, so many of our players now have been playing at such a good level for so long. It's like the only ones to watch are the ones that haven't already proved themselves, which isn't that many players who are going to be getting that much game time. So unless someone like a Harvey Elliott somehow breaks in and gets 10 appearances, I don't really know, to be honest, because I'm not sure about Curtis Jones. He hasn't fully convinced me yet. But Thiago's a good shout. I
think personally that Curtis Jones would really benefit from a season out on loan at like a Newcastle, like a bit like Joe Willock last year. I think he'd really benefit from it, and I think Liverpool would, a bit like Harvey Elliott. I'm really excited. I really hope they play Harvey Elliott this year, because he was electric in the Championship last year. I don't know.
I
if
was going to say
a lot.
No, sorry, I was just going to say I was thinking about my player, and I like Harvey Elliott popped into my head, and Nico Williams popped into my head as well. I know he played, a little bit last season, but I would really, and he's Welsh as well. I'd like to see him, have a good season. But I do think this season he's going to see a bit more game time, just because of how he was sort of back end of last season, and of course, breaking into the Wales squad for the Euros.
Who now? Nico Williams.
He was in the Wales squad. He replaced Connor Roberts. Yeah,
he was horrific though.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Nico.
You're not?
No.
I'd like to see Klopp develop him.
Yeah, he's all right going forward. Just defensively. I mean, you saw that
story with Trent,
clearance he made in the Euros.
It's the same with Trent. Like Trent going forward is really good, but defensively, is he on the ball? What do you think?
This is one of the myths about Liverpool players that really gets under my skin about Trent. Because don't get me wrong, he's clearly better going forward than he is defensively. But this idea that he's bad or average in defence, with the record that Liverpool had in that league-winning run, the defence was ridiculous. At one point, we were going to get close to that Chelsea record in 04-05 before the fans kind of went away. But I don't think he can get anywhere near that with even a slight weak link in defence.
Yeah,
I think I agree with you. I do think it's a bit of a myth. And I've been guilty of perpetuating the myth before, but
I'm still not convinced.
I'm not massively convinced, but I think on the flip side, people say Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a brilliant defender, but in my mind, he's useless going forward. Useless. And I know he's a defender, but for me, a right back and a full back now is just more than defending.
Especially in
more
a
than
modern
attacking
game
as well. Yeah, you need to do both.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't see people pick on Wan-Bissaka as much for his attacking.
Also, he leaves a lot of men free at the back post. Have you noticed that? He's a really good tackler, but he does get caught out quite a few times at the back post.
Definitely. Al, who's your player to watch for Liverpool?
I would have. Al or What did you
I
say?
said
Sorry.
Alex.
Right, good. Sorry. I mean, I don't know, mate. But
You
I'm going to
are.
go with I'm going to go with Nico Williams myself. I would like to see him.
You already said, didn't
I
you?
did say that. Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
Hey,
I'm
don't
not paying
worry.
attention. Jacob.
1-1. We'll call that 1-1.
Yeah. Jacob, who's your player to watch?
I'd probably say Thiago, to be fair.
I think it's a really
I
good
think
shout.
last season was a difficult season for him. Like, he was playing in, like, well, he came, didn't he, and he had COVID, and then he had that real
it's
bad
not a good start.
tackle. Yeah, it wasn't a great start. And then the rest of the season, then he was just playing in like a really unsettled side. Do you know what I mean?
But
like,
it
yeah.
really
just chopping and changing
it really
all the
annoyed me
time.
about, like, because I know there were boys in our group chat, Sam, that were saying, "Oh, Thiago's, no good, waste of money, blah blah blah." You don't play for Bayern Munich, you don't play for Barcelona, for
No,
no
that's
reason.
one of the things
Well, that's what makes me. That's what annoys me. See,
That's one of the reasons I didn't really
People
pick him for my.
writing him off too quickly.
Yeah, exactly. He's just because he didn't jump in and do everything straight away, it
Yeah,
doesn't mean he hasn't got that
straight away.
quality. Do you know what I mean?
Personally,
No.
though, I think you're spot on, Jacob, about the whole upheaval in the squad just didn't suit him well and affected him negatively, because you look at that midfield, and if you're playing a midfield three, surely it's got to be Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago. If you're picking on pure ability, for me anyway. Henderson was injured most of the season, and Fabinho was playing a centre back for a large part of the season. So his main midfield partners, who's he left with all due respect, Curtis Jones and Naby Keita.
Yeah, and Keita's
I think it was Wijnaldum most of the season.
Oh yeah, Wijnaldum as well. Yeah, he's not.
There's a transfer I couldn't work out. There's a transfer I couldn't work out.
There's some dodgy dealings going on there.
There's something smelly.
Yeah. Have you seen Wijnaldum's quotes about the fans will find out eventually what really happened? He's saying that it wasn't. He's saying
it wouldn't
wasn't
surprise
a money
me.
issue.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me. Something's got, because Wijnaldum was.
It reeks of an Amazon documentary, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Louis Theroux going there now.
This is one of the big things that worries me looking into the future with Liverpool. If you look at all the players that have their contracts due up in 2023, in 2 years' time, there's Alisson, Van Dijk, the whole front three, Henderson
as well, yeah.
Henderson as well. And I can't see them signing them all down on new deals, on big new deals.
I can see Henderson going. I really can. And I think that's criminal. I'm not as big as Lover, right? And I've been his critic.
I'd be devastated.
I would be as well.
He is. I honestly think, and I'm not talking ability-wise, but I'm talking in terms of the way he galvanizes the team and stuff. He's a modern-day Gerrard to Liverpool, I think, personally. Like the way the players rally around him, the fans love him. Like at the end of the day, he's captained them to a Champions League and a Premier League.
Oh yeah.
Not many people can say that.
No.
I think come 2023, I can certainly see Salah signing a contract, but that's purely on his attitude towards the club, I think. Because I think Liverpool have made him the player that he is, not Basel, not Chelsea. I think it was, and he's going to want to repay that personally.
If Real Madrid come knocking though, and Liverpool aren't offering him,
I don't want to even know about La Liga right now. La Liga is a barren wasteland. La Liga are finished at the minute. They need a serious overhaul, the same way the Bundesliga did a number of years ago. They just overhauled and they started again. And La Liga need to do the same thing, because the money that Florentino Perez is pulling strings left, right, and centre out there, and there needs to be some serious discussions.
There is going to be, I don't know, some kind of reckoning over there with Barcelona and all that.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, all of it.
What I wanted to ask, because I looked at this squad, so I've sort of done these cheat sheets for me and Alex, because there's teams like Liverpool and Man City and United who will watch week in, week out because they're always on TV. But I know everybody was always on TV during the pandemic. But then there's teams maybe like a Burnley and a Brighton who I don't know as much about really.
With all due respect, of course.
Yeah, with all due respect, the smaller sides, So I've had to do cheat sheets for me to know that I've got the squad list. I've got their form last season. Liverpool have a massive squad. There is so many players in your squad. And I'm looking around and I'm thinking, surely there's some deadwood that needs to go here. Well, Harry Wilson's gone, isn't he?
Harry Wilson's gone.
Origi is on top of that list.
Yeah. I was about to say,
we should have sold him after the final.
Yeah.
My God, why is he still there? I know he scored some big goals for us, right? But his time's up now for Divock. Time to
Oh
go.
my God, his
Steve,
first
if you're
touch.
listening, mate, if you're listening, Jacob Williams.
Jacob said off you
time
go.
is up. Thanks for the memories, but it's time. It's
the
time.
worry-
to
Sorry,
go.
wait. Just as we're recording now, Manchester United have agreed a fee with Real Madrid for Rafael Varane.
Lovely.
There we are, £40 million.
Oof.
The English, the English tax proves
Yeah,
again,
the English tax.
Mm.
As we mentioned.
United are
as we
going
mentioned yesterday.
Yeah. You want
So there we are.
United are going for it now.
They are.
Well,
they
do
could
you
well.
see, just, I don't think Sam really had this question, but do you see Manchester United as a threat? I'm asking this now because it's, purely off the cuff. But do you see Man United as a threat this season? Because from my point of view, I have not seen Manchester United as a threat since Ferguson left. They've just been a bit of a joke,
They've not
David
been mean
Moyes,
enough, have
they've Old Trafford hasn't been the fortress that it was. You could go there and you could get a win without really playing very well at all. So do you see now Manchester United being a threat this season?
For the title, not really.
Okay.
And I'd put that down mostly to Ollie, to be honest. And they can just go through inconsistent patches when the fans get on their backs. However, something like the Champions League, they could go far in because, they might not have the consistency over 38 games, but they've got enough quality for just those moments, and that's all you need in the Champions League. So if they got to a quarter final, maybe I'd start worrying.
It's a fair shout. It's a fair
good
shout.
It is a good shout. Talking about the Deadwood, though, I've just noticed Loris Karius is still on your books.
Oh my God.
Is he?
How is that?
I saw a
he's
picture the
still
other day
Liverpool
of
player.
Karius and Adrian and training.
Oh, that's
together.
enough to give anyone palpitations. But your defense is so overloaded. Like Reece Williams. Oh, I reckon we bring up Swansea. Get him on loan. We need a centre back. I take him.
There's so many players.
We
I
charge
would,
you about
I-
10 million, mind.
I take. Yeah, that's why we couldn't have Harry
Honestly,
Wilson last year.
After one game, that'll be enough. Why are we behind him? It's like he's. Have you seen him running? It's like he's running on sand.
He's running on sand.
I do feel bad, right?
Oh.
He did play for Kidderminster the year before. It was literally his first season in professional football.
Yeah, I
I didn't think he did badly. I think he was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
He got
Klopp,
thrown into the
Klopp
deep
trusted
end,
him
really.
more than Ben Davis. So,
I don't know what's going on with him.
well, he's leaving now, apparently.
Is he?
Yeah, I heard the other day. Championship clubs are coming in for him.
Yeah, I heard the
Um,
Sheffield United wanted him.
Yeah.
What's that with Ben Woodburn? Why do we know?
God.
Was he
The
even a
forgotten
Liverpool
man.
player
Well,
anymore?
yeah.
He's
Just-
still with us.
He's
The
meant to
last
be
I
next
heard, he went-
Michael Owen.
Yeah, exactly. The last I heard, he went to Oxford. Was it Oxford?
Oxford, yeah.
He went to
Yeah.
Oxford, and I haven't heard nothing since.
Yeah, I was really hopeful about him. And I remember, I think it was the year after, the season after he scored that goal for Wales, and everyone was still hyping him up. And I think it was at Sheffield United, and there was some quote from Chris Wilder, and they were asking, why is he not playing? And he said, oh, he's a good player, but, there's other good players his age as well. And that just struck me like, oh, wow, he's on the same level as the Sheffield United Academy.
With
I
all
think,
due
to be honest,
It's
I
a
think
big perspective shift.
that to me sort of says his attitude might stink as well.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
he might think he's a bit too good to be at that level. So
Maybe.
I think he needs a reality check as well. That's just, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm stating for no reason, but to say that about a player you've signed on loan and to say you've got better, players that are just as good in the academy, you're paying good money to have this player. So if he's not showing the attitude, then that's what it says to me.
So,
So there we are.
Liverpool this season. Give me an honest, unbiased. Well, it's going to be biased. And
The
The
Liverpool show, mate.
yeah, give me an honest and realistic prediction of where you think you guys are going to finish.
Oh, it's so hard.
Honestly, it depends on who City buy.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to expect.
If City
That
buy
was
Kane,
I was going to say that was a very interesting thing Sam just said. It depends on City.
yeah, if they buy Kane and Grealish, then second.
I can't see him getting both.
I can't either.
Yeah,
I
no
can only
plan.
see him getting killed.
Yeah, I think Grealish is going to stay, to be honest.
He's
Yeah.
a rummy boy, and he's not gonna. I don't think for all the money in the
Also,
world.
Villa on the up. Like, I think he'd be mad
Yeah.
to leave, personally. Well, I don't know.
It
about
wouldn't be that mad.
It wouldn't be that mad, would it? But I don't know. I think if I were him, I'd be like, I mean, I've gone down with them. I've brought them back up.
He's the
We had a
captain of the club.
We had a rubbish
Yeah.
season in the Premier League.
It's his boyhood club as well.
We
Exactly.
scraped survival. Now we're on the up. I kind of want to see what it's like. So yeah, maybe
He's got a guaranteed place in that Aston Villa team for as long as he wants it. And if he goes to City, there's no guarantee. There's never a guarantee you're going to play every week with City. So I think you know, yeah, exactly. You know, and even
Interesting.
Pep's rotation.
Interesting hypothetical. If Liverpool bought Grealish tomorrow on that left wing, would you start Mane or Grealish first game of the season?
Oh God.
I'd go 4-2-3-1.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
Stick 'em all
The
on.
thing is, though, if you do that,
for a game like Norwich,
your wing backs sort of lose their thing then, don't they?
you know what? I think I could live with it.
Yeah, with Grealish up top.
Yeah, I think I could
Oh, I
live
love
with it.
Grealish in the Liverpool side.
Well, the thing that strikes me about Liverpool is these days that they don't. No, I'm gonna get slated for this because they bought
Oh,
Van
here we
Dijk
go.
for like 70
Here
million.
we go.
But
We're only
in the
2
last,
episodes into the new
yeah,
season.
In the last 2 years, I don't feel like they've massively spent and missed. Like I think every other club in the Premier League is spent, and there's still question marks over the signings or they've gone. But I feel like Liverpool have spent quite wisely. Van Dijk at 70 million is a steal. At 70 million, the man is a steal. And
Yeah,
I
at
never
the time, you would have said that's a lot of money.
Oh, everyone was laughing
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
I think we had a good laugh as well, to be honest with you. I certainly
Yeah.
did. Sorry, there's a fly whizzing around. Yeah, it's really cheesing me off. There we are.
We've got a third guest. So, you think? Honest question: do you think you can win it?
Oh, I think we can win it. Yeah.
Do you think you will win it?
That's a different question.
Yes or
isn't it?
no?
No.
No,
I think Man City will win it again.
I think so too.
I think so too, but I think we'll win the Champions League.
Do you?
Yeah, with the fans
Big
back,
call, that.
and if we're creeping out of the title race slowly,
Mm.
and with that defense, you only really need a goal.
Big call. I really fancy PSG for it this year. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I really fancy them
Yeah.
for it. I think they've invested really wisely, but we're not here to talk about Europe. We're here to talk about the Premier League, and I feel like we've done that, and we've kept to our time again, Al.
Does anyone say something for 5 more minutes now, just in case?
Yeah, wanna have a chat? No. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for joining us, boys. We appreciate
Pleasure,
it
boys.
for our Liverpool season.
Our Liverpool
preview.
contingent.
I don't think we would have been able to do it impartially, Al.
No, certainly not you. But
Not me. I'm not the biggest fan of Mr. Klopp. But
Oh,
yeah, well, we don't want to open that kind of worms now.
that
We
is
run out of time.
controversial.
that's
Don't
an
open that can of
argument.
worms.
That's an argument for over a pint. That is, I think.
We'll have you back, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
have you back.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, boys. We'll be back tomorrow with our Brighton season preview. Nice. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to
That's
one
a
that's
good
not
one.
like a top 6. Like finding out some realistic aspirations.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
winning the
Some
title.
stuff that we can relate
Yeah.
to.
Exactly. Well, I don't even know about that at this stage.
Well, yeah, let's be honest.
But yeah, thank you for joining us, boys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow. Join us then. You can find us on Instagram at Send Them Off Podcast, Twitter at Send Them Off Pod, and everywhere else in between. Have a good evening. We'll chat to you tomorrow. Ta-ra.
Take care.